Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Remy Ma, reminisce. There's no video, just a picture. And I want you guys to absorb the picture that you are seeing. Remy Ma was married to Papoose. They had children together. About a year ago, there were rumors and allegations, which I believe to be true, that she cheated on Papoose with some other battle rap dude that they had on their network, on like their underground battle rap network. And I believe it because of the things that were said. He was a bootleg Papoose, mind you. He was a Temu Papoose, mind you. So she's got a type. And now fast forward after all of those allegations, which we now know to be true, because since when has Remy Ma ever shown up to any event, first of all, alone? Papoose was always with her. He was always there, supporting her, protecting her, making sure everything was the way it was supposed to be, without no foolishness and all of that. Furthermore, we know she's not with Papoose because of what she got on. Because Papoose would never, okay? She could dress for her shows and stuff like that, but never outside, basically naked in a doily. All right. She's got a doily on. And this is something that Papoose would never co-sign. So we know that she's not with him anymore, not under his SOS anymore, not under his leadership anymore. Not to mention, there's some trouble brewing with her son, who has got some charges on him that they now have to try to beat. You would also notice that not only is Papoose not with her, the guy she cheated on Papoose with ain't with her either. See, this is a classic case of when the streets throw you back. Remy Ma is in her 40s. Okay? She went to jail for years. During that time, Papoose held her down. That is something that very rare. Usually men are not going to wait for you to come out of jail. Okay. If there were ever any situations where Papoose dealt with any other woman, if that ever happened, then he was very respectful about it and very secretive, because there has been no scandal. There has been no rumor. There have been no chicken heads coming out of the woodwork talking about, yeah, I slept with Papoose, blah, 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 blah. So it would lead me to believe that he either never was messing with no chicks, or he was just very careful about that. Okay. So it's not to disrespect her, to disrespect their marriage, disrespect their collective name as a couple, and just basically, you know what I'm saying, not out here being grimy. You don't hear no scandals about Papoose. You don't hear nothing about, you know, he not constantly being featured on TMZ and the Shade Room, and all. He's not constantly. Papoose mind his business. Papoose mind the business that pay him. Okay, he's got business ventures and all those sorts of things, of which he was very intertwined with his wife. That underground rap battle like network that they was running, they were running it. She was right with them. So you know that there are a lot of legalities. There are lots of paperwork and things of that nature. What we haven't heard was the actual divorce filing, which they may or may not do, because sometimes, you know, the again, the legalities of things, you have to be very careful of how you're going to go about those things. So we have not heard anything. And once again, Papoose is apparently a very private person. He's not going to be out somewhere blabbing all his business and telling everybody all his business and all his moves. She pretty much understands she better not do it. Okay? Because she done already messed up. She's on this carpet looking lost and turned out. This is what happens, ladies, when you mess up your relationship. You ruin your marriage, especially when you have a good, supportive husband that is pretty much doing the very best that he can, and from the outside looking in, doing a bang up job with it too, of raising a family with you, and, you know, trying to build an empire, trying to build legacy and things of that nature. But you cannot do it with these hyenas. It's just not possible. It's not possible, because if she's a hyena, there's going to be some point where she gonna scoop too much dirt with her back feet, and it's always gonna come at the most inopportune time for you, and it's going to put you in the most detrimental space. This is why you gotta vet these chicks thoroughly. Vet them thoroughly, because you gotta watch how these chicks move to begin with. The fact that she was wilding and went to jail for all them years because you wilding, that right there was a red flag. That was a whole red flag. It's very obvious to me that Papoose is very much in love with Remy. Loved her quite a bit. Okay? This is why he's quiet. That man hurt. Because whether they still physically together, maybe in the same house, or whatever the situation has come to, that man hurt, because regardless of the optics, that marriage is broken. That marriage is broken. Because ain't no way I held everything down while you was in jail. I didn't even let the streets forget about you. I didn't even let the rap game forget about you. He was the one that, under his leadership, she got her masters and stuff like that. Like, he was making those moves that wasn't doing nothing but helping her and helping his family. Now, how you turn that on its head for some dude just so he could clap your cheeks? Some dude that's not half the man your husband is, don't look as good, and not as competent or successful. Certainly not in love with you. He just using you for clout. Oh, I was able to clap Papoose wife, not just his girl or some chick he with, but his wife that he, you know what I'm saying, is quite proud of. Was everywhere with Remy. This is very telling Very telling to me, because Papoose go everywhere with Remy. When it be a function, he be with her. No ifs, ands, or buts. The fact that she's standing up here half naked, looking crazy at the BET Awards 2024 with no man out here with her naked behind in a crystallized doily, you gotta be kidding me. That man has left her to her own devices. That's actually one of the coldest pieces, when a man whose leadership have covered you from head to toe and you mess that up, and then he just leave you there. He just leaves you. Since you don't want me, since you're gonna disrespect me publicly, mind you, this was not even a private matter where, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't publicized, it wasn't no rumors about it, you know what I'm saying. You had this man, you gave this man enough ammunition to make me look crazy as a man. So now how am I supposed to be the OG of these dudes and they able to clap your cheeks, and you supposed to be helping me run this stuff? Do you know how stupid you make that man look? Do you realize the position that you put that man in? It ain't no coming back from that. See, it's more than just she had sex with another guy, which is bad enough. But it's all the other implications to it as well. Then you cheated on him inside the circle. Inside the circle where it could easily get back to him, and it did. You didn't even so much as not only did you cheat on this man, you didn't even so much as have the sense to go way outside somewhere else to do that, do some dirt, and hope and pray that it don't never find its way to your husband. It was like you was trying to be caught. Did you think that little egg-headed, naughty-headed boy was gonna not say something? I mean, and he let all the bars go in a diss track, and it was done that way to make it be dubious as to whether or not it was true, or, you know what I'm saying, people was like, oh, this is just how diss battles, rap battles go. You know what I'm saying? They dig up dirt. It may or may not be factual. No. You don't say that. You don't say that where you know it's immediately getting back to Papoose, a man that you in the circle with. You don't say that unless you ready to get clapped up. Like, you ready. You ready for the smoke, because I know you ain't standing there. You know what I'm saying? Either way, if it's a lie, you finna get smacked. Because keep my wife name out your little raps if you're gonna be saying that. So you liable to get smacked anyway. And then if it's the truth, that's even worse. And she was standing there, if y'all remember the clip, she was standing there looking crazy, trying to keep a straight face, trying to keep a poker face. But this man was up here spilling all the pillow talk tea, all the cheek clapping tea, all of it. Now look at you at the BET Awards with no covering. With no covering. That man is you almost don't exist. I know if they happen to be in that house together, she don't exist to him. He do not pay her no mind. None. He speak to her when absolutely necessary. Other than that, she might as well be a ghost in that house. And I'm just assuming that they stay together somehow, because I don't know the situation. but they not together because Papoose not standing there. And even if you want to say, well, he might not just be in the frame. The reason I know she's not with him is because what she got on. That's how I know she's not with him. Not only is he not physically there with her, they're not together. Because he would never have allowed her to walk out the house like that. And she never would have. If he tell her, not on my watch, you will not be headed outside in a Swarovski crystal doily. I know you lying. Where you going? To the bedroom? Where you going? I know you ain't headed outside with that on. This is what she traded her marriage for. She traded her marriage for what? For nonsense. For absolute nonsense. To deal with a man that now would never be seen with her. That man don't want her. He never did. He never did. And women be getting caught up in this new guy that show her all this different attention, different male. It's a different male energy. And then she be see, this is why you don't even put yourself in a position to experience another man's masculine energy to that degree. No way. You don't even put yourself as a married woman. You don't even supposed to put yourself in a position to be experiencing no other man's masculinity to that degree. To the degree where, you know what I'm saying, man, you know what I'm saying, I feel myself like liking him, like I'm really feeling him. Like, what is you doing? Where are you even at with this dude? Like, what is you doing with this dude? Like, y'all need to not contact each other. Like, y'all need to stay very far away from each other if that's what it's going to be. We don't need you doing no business. We don't need you conducting no business because, you know, Miss Kitty get to jumping and talking when you around him, and that's not going to work. Now, I get it. Just because you married don't mean other men aren't attractive, but that's why you don't put yourself in certain positions and certain situations, so you ain't even got to find out. We ain't even got to find out. I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of men. If I was to go around a bunch of men and one of them gonna strike your fancy, that's why you don't deal with it. You do not do it. I would never put myself in a position where, you know what I'm saying, I'm all around some dude and no, sir, no ma'am. It's too much at stake. Can't afford it. Can't afford the foolishness. Not even gonna engage. Not even gonna engage at all. We can't have a conversation. We can't do nothing. Nothing. No communication at all. None. At all. Anything a man want, he gotta talk to my husband. We ain't even gonna get to a point of familiarity to that degree for me to find out nothing. I don't want to know. I don't want to know if me and you would vibe. I don't have no reason to know that. There's no reason to know that. I don't need no vibe. I'm married to my vibe. I'm good. And that's what Remy should have said. I'm good. I'm married to my vibe. That man don't want her, all them kids and her. What did she think was gonna happen? That's what I want to know. I want to know what she thought was really about to transpire. Girl, you getting your cheeks clapped. That's what get me. You getting your cheeks clapped in the circle of dudes that's easy to get right back. I mean, get immediately back to your husband. Girl, if you don't want that man, just say that. But come on. You know she feels stupid. You can't pay me to believe Remy don't feel stupid. I mean, now just look at her. outside with no clothes on. Your husband would never have allowed that in a million years. Girl, bye. Jump down in the comment section and let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.